Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. Obviously, I'm Mike Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. Behind me is Rue. We are just outside of a nature preserve, just outside of Philly, across the Delaware River. I've got a river right behind me. I've got geese all around me that I believe are going to sleep right now. And we are going to have some fun. I do want to share with you everything about what's going on with Jessica, with the baby, with myself. But first, for those who are new here, tonight we're going to talk about really this power that you can get from the angels. Well, get from the angels, is that the right term? There's a power that we all share with the angels or share in common with the angels. And tonight I'm going to share how you can use this power, because whether you're an empath and just exceptionally energetically sensitive, whether you've taken those empath skills and transitioned into being a full-fledged mystic, or whether you're kind of an angel here on earth, there are superpowers that you have that you can tap into that all of us share in common. With that said, I will let you know in advance, I have Rue up on a perch here. However, if he gets down and starts wandering all around, he will get to take a nap, and I will actually get to hop off camera for a moment because he's not familiar with his surroundings, and so I will want to make sure that he gets to his nap safe and sound. Isn't that right, Rue? But I've got out a beautiful dish of food here for you. Yes, I do. So you can munch away. All right. So let's talk. We moved, and if you've been following our journey, we had 3 miscarriages. Then we had called in twin babies, and then we lost one of the twins in utero. We are down outside of the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, and we were told to come down here to be down here this week because babies who've gone through this procedure tend to be born naturally a few weeks early, because we had to go through a surgery to save baby Hana, which meant baby Miraku transitioned back to the other side for now. So we got down here yesterday, Sunday, Saturday. It is all a blur. We got down here yesterday after we had a little bit of a scare, not a big scare, a little bit of a scare yesterday, but we got down here last night, ended up leaving a few things behind and bolting from New Jersey to just outside of Philly. And we went in today, and for the last 4 months, every single time we go into the checkups, we're told Hannah's heart is a little bit weaker, not a weaker, let's use a different term. One of her valves is a little bit more challenged and a little bit more challenged, and a little bit more challenged because baby Hannah had to work her heart extra hard to take care of her sister. And this time, da 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 da, her heart stronger. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? Baby Hannah's heart was stronger this time. And so this was the first time since January or so that we've gotten good news. And we're so excited about that. And so we're thinking everything's good. We're here for the duration, as soon or as long as it takes for her to have a natural birth, up through 39 weeks because of her heart condition. At that point, they would induce. And then they went and did her ultrasound to look at how much she's moving, how much she's breathing, and do measurements on her. And I know there are some people here tonight, we were one of them, who didn't think ultrasounds were very positive. I get it with you. I understand. It did save her life, though, so we're taking it. And what they found in this next ultrasound is that she's almost stopped growing inside. So, yes, that has you skipping a heartbeat a little bit. What does it mean? They say all blood flow is good. She's moving great. Nothing is wrong, but that she gets to be born early. Holy smokes. So, we have a choice here. Either you and I, in cahoots with Spirit and baby Hannah, can ask baby Hana if she's ready, if she would not mind coming out naturally on her own by, say, Saturday of this week. Yeah, that's coming up soon. Come in on her own by Saturday of this week, or and for Hana's highest good, this has to be for Hana's highest good, or come Saturday, Jessica gets to be induced for a Sunday or Monday delivery, because although her heart is doing much better, woohoo, she is not growing the way we would like on the inside. And so, to be safe, because the growth has really slowed down, it's time for her to birth herself into this world. It's interesting. You see me smiling, and that's because of all the work that I've been doing. And so, yes, we quite probably will have a Mother's Day baby, and I know Aya and her mom would be ecstatic because they called it. I want to talk with you about this superpower we have, and this kind of goes along these lines. I am very much attached to baby Hana being here. Oh my God, am I attached? I am even more attached to Jessica's happiness. Can't express how much I'm attached. But I also know that this journey, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, is a heart opening experience for every single one of us. This is an expansive experience of going from this fear based mind, of going to a more heart centered space. That's what this journey ultimately is all about. And no matter where you are on this journey, universe will always chase you down where you're at to challenge you and help your heart to grow and to expand even more. No one is immune to it. No one can say, well, I'm a teacher, I've got it all figured out, therefore blah 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 blah. Universe will go, oh, you think so? You think so, Michael? And I've never said that. So, but you think so. We will help you learn at an even higher level. And so that's just what Jessica and I are facing at this time. So, last note on this, then we will dive in. I can certainly take what questions I can at the end, and we're going to do a beautiful heart opening meditation at the end. Please do send out prayers to help baby Hana choose to come through if it's for her highest good before Saturday. We would love this to be natural, if at all possible. But even with an induction, we're not talking a cesarean section. It's you take it one beautiful step at a time. With that said, the general plan, so they say so far, is that she will be born Sunday or Monday, unless she chooses to come early. So maybe earlier, somewhere in the 2 to 3 day-ish window after she's born. She will have a procedure to help one of her valves in her heart work better. It's done through a balloon catheter. They won't be doing any open heart surgery or anything of the sort. And then about approximately a week later, what are you thinking, Rue? About a week later, she will get to come home. I just made my glasses dirtier. She will get to come home, but home won't be here. We are staying in Philly just until baby is born. It will be back in New Jersey, so, or up north in New Jersey. So what this means is Jessica only has a few days to enjoy this nature preserve here. And then it is time for her to be in the hospital with baby Hana until they both come home. For myself, I'm going to try to hold all shows. I'm going to try to hold all interviews. It is very clear that I may miss a YouTube live event or two, hopefully not, or have to reschedule. At present, baby Hana could be in for surgery at the time of our next YouTube live event. If that's the case, I'm going to be at surgery. I'm going to be by Jessica's side. I'm going to be there clearly. That is what I'm meant to do. So stay tuned, and thank you for being with me here tonight and for your prayers and your love. So with that said, let us dive into things. And we have a School of Mystics, a new month coming up this coming Wednesday. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it later on. I will put up the link, which has a beautiful discount code if you want to come join us for that. How does it get any better than this? We would love to have you in the School of Mystics. On that note, there's a big question here, which is, what do angels and mystics have to do with each other? And actually, I'm going to say angels, mystics, and empaths. And a keynote, when I say angels, because I have an interview tomorrow this is going to be a really, really fun one. I have an interview tomorrow on higher dimensional beings and on UFOs. And this is going to be really, really, really cool on this documentary that's coming up from Carolyn Corey. Higher dimensional beings, we call them angels, we call them guardian angels, we call them guides, beings further along on the evolutionary journey in many ways than us. I tend to call them angels, and angels are their own unique group, but you can use any of these terms. So when I say, what do angels and mystics have to do with each other? What I'm saying is, what are higher dimensional beings, beings further along this path, have to do with being a mystic or being an empath? And thank you, CAG. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mystic Circle. And Karen Davis, welcome to the Mystic Circle. I'm going to do my best to put in the Mystic Circle, you'll see a join button down below. I feel like I'm smearing dirt around on the glasses here. I will do my best to post as often as I can during this pregnancy, and to all of our Mystic Circle members, to let you know what Jessica is up to, what the baby's up to, lots of behind the scenes goodness. That's my commitment to you. So if you click the join button down below, I'm going to take you on this journey. In theory, people are wanting me to start what's called an Enlightened Daddy show. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm still mulling that one over, whether I will do such a show where we will have clips of following my whole journey. We will see where that goes. But if you click the join button down below, you'll get daily snippets of me in the hospital and me with Jessica and me with baby and all sorts of goodness. All right. What angels, mystics, and empaths have in common? If my tongue gets tied tonight, forgive me. It's been long drives. It's been long days. It's been challenging days. How does it get any better than this? Really? Angels, mystics, empaths, higher dimensional beings share a superpower. That's what I'm training mystics in training. It's a superpower from your angels. It's a superpower you share with higher dimensional beings. You share a power to create. A power to create peace, a power to shift the energy of the entire world around you. What is this power? Well, I recently watched a sci-fi movie. I'm a sci-fi geek, and usually I can't find good ones. There's a good one recently. I believe it was called Arrival. And there's a woman who is an amazing translator trying to communicate with the extraterrestrials. Brilliant movie. Something important was missing, at least early on. Something that was totally missing in this communication with extraterrestrials. What was missing was the heart. It's the heart that's going to help us round the bend as humanity. It's the heart that's going to help us solve the world's problems. It is going to the heart that doesn't just change anything, but literally changes everything. Going to the heart. Now let's bring this home for a minute. I'm gonna do that a lot here this evening. I don't pretend to have all the answers. In fact, if any teacher tells you to have all the answers, run from him or her as fast as you can. They're scary dangerous, because none of us have the answers. We're all going through this journey. With that said, baby Hannah has a heart that literally, with a balloon, gets to be opened up and opened up more. And I believe she's a superpower here. I believe she is a a stud or studette or whatever you want to call it. No pressure on her. Whatever she wants to do in life is awesome. But this whole new gen, and I believe she's a leader of the new gen, are coming in more heart open, more heart centered, more confused from the head as to what in the world we're doing, but heart open to facilitate this change. This change has started with indigo children, has started with empaths, has started with you and with me being, quote, too sensitive, has started with the heart opening up. And that's where baby Hana is coming through, helping heal everyone's heart. That's your job too. That's my job. Higher dimensional beings are coming here more and more during this time, encouraging us, cajoling us, even tickling us almost, to get us into the heart. Now, if you've watched any of my Monday lives, I always bring in angels and guides. School of Mystics, I don't bring them in as much. I'm helping you in essence, not so much to be an angel here on earth, but certainly to be a guide here on earth. But I love coming back to the angels, particularly Monday night, because they have one mission. Are you jumping down, Rue? Because if so, I may need to bring you inside. I know, I can do that. I may need to bring him in. Let's see how he does. There is one mission that angels are all about more than anything else. And the mission is not about protecting us. It's not about guidance. Even though these are important, the big picture mission that the angels are bringing us is to help us fully and completely embody, interesting again about Hana coming through, embody into one's heart. That's what angels are all about. Bring us into the heart. Plain and simple, done deal, end of story. Bring us into the heart. So the question is, what does that have to do with mystics? And what does that have to do with you? I know you're an empath. What does it have to do? Mystics are the one who are closest to their hearts. Mystics are the ones most in touch with our hearts. Now, the trick is there isn't a mystic alive or a mystic in the history of histories that is not incredibly sensitive. So key to understand. Every mystic out there since the beginning of time has been incredibly sensitive. In other words, all mystics begin as an empath or somebody who's clairaudient or clairvoyant or hears things or sees things. It's essential. It means I'm going like to my fingertips. You're able to touch the greater energies that are always out there, always swimming around us. You may not know what to make of them. You may not know what to do with them. They are swirling all around you. But you have this sensitivity. You have that. I know you do. Every mystic out there is incredibly sensitive. Sometimes we can be raw. Sometimes it can be, sometimes, a lot of time, it can be too much. A mystic is someone, and the reason I teach the School of Mystics is a mystic is someone who has embraced the sensitivity and learned how to play with the sensitivity so that it's no longer overwhelming, but instead so that you can ground into it. When you ground into your sensitivity, you take that overwhelming feeling of too much, I can't handle it. Believe me, I know this really, really well. And we instead drive it down to anchor into earth to help you use this sensitivity to grow stronger. It's why I have this School of Mystics. I super encourage you, come join us Wednesday, Not only am I going to help you ground into this superpower, but this is a month where we're going to be doing lots and lots of clearing, or what I call weeding. So April has been the best month to plant the seeds of what you want in life. And even if you're going, well, I just feel I want things to be better, I feel I want them to improve, or if you have very specific things, as an empath, energies find you. They find you. My phone is off today because I've been getting call after call after call of people wanting this, of people wanting that, of people wanting the other thing. The more energetically sensitive you are, the more people, places, and things will try to draw energy out of you. Why? Because you're incredibly giving. I hear the angels going, maybe they're going to me, maybe they're going to you. You're too giving. It's a superpower if we learn how to take all this energy swirling around you and focus it. We get to go from overwhelmed to over the whelm. What does that mean? We get to dial in this energy to take you from being a modern empath, feeling overwhelmed by the world around you, to a modern mystic, someone in control of this energy. That's why this school came about, to help people be able to tune in without being over-tuned, without taking on everyone else's energy. Interesting as I say that, because right now I have an eye behind me going, Rue, do you need inside right now? Is that what you need? Are you thinking you need inside to go to sleep? I'm going to try one thing here. Thanks for bearing with me. This isn't our usual Rue event, but it's because we're in a new place. I'm going to try giving him some special food. We're going to see if that works. If not, I'm going to have him go to bed. It's not early. This is actually his bedtime. He likes being up for this. But I will carry him inside. So hold on one second. I've got some food right off to the side here. Rue, do you want to dance for everybody, my boy? Here you go. There you go, good boy. There you go, good boy. Why don't you see if you want that? And if not, I'm going to bring you in. So stay tuned. Looks like he's going to need to go to bed. What do you think, Rue? Do you need to go to bed? Okay. So please forgive me, everyone. Let's see if I can get a Rue cameo for everybody. And then I am going to have to take Rue to go to sleep. May I? Oh, that's his overtired sound. So here, we'll do a brief hello from Rue, who is a little bit overtired here tonight. So understand, Rue is a hero. Roosters are an empath's empath. What do I mean by that? I believe they actually see emotions. They see our thoughts. If I'm in one end of the house and I have a negative thought, he will be crowing on the other side of the house to protect us, to keep us safe. What did he do recently? Yesterday, we drove an interstate travel with Rue in the car immediately to the hospital. And he, of course, came with us to the hospital, had to sleep in the car for hours. Then we finally come back to a new place. Can you imagine a pet in a new place? New place, getting all set up by our sides, up late, up early this morning, back through rush hour traffic in Philly, into the hospital again. And then he's also watching our energies. Baby's getting to come early. Are parents okay? Are they scared? Are they nervous? How are they doing? That's what I'm talking about. We are so energetically sensitive. Can we ground into it? Rue, do you want to stay in my arms for a minute as I try to do this? What do you think? Those are your tired sounds. Do you want to try to stay into my arms? Or do you want, I think you need sleep. What do you think? We can try to go just a little bit more. We can try this. What do you think? No. So Wednesday. Oh, and thank you so much for your kind donation, Lena. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And bless you as well. Thank you so much. Wednesday, when we do our School of Mystics, I've done this past month. I need to do it again with everybody. Right now, for whatever reason, I feel like anyone who is energetically sensitive is, God, I don't like phrasing anything as a negative. I'm going to say under attack, but I don't mean it as Big Bad Wolf is out to get anyone. It just seems like at this time, lots of people are sucking away our energy or trying to. This is a month where I want to help you to grow strong. It's really a 3-month class we're teaching right now about rebirth, about new beginnings. And part of that process is weeding out anything that is taking your energy away. That can be something in your life, it can be someone in your life, but it can also be these energetic strings from the present and the past. And so this Wednesday, I'm going to be helping you to clear these energetic strings. Because with them attached, we're tired, we're exhausted, we can't get the things done we want to get done. And so I need to help you clear that. So that'll be coming up this Wednesday as we're doing a, would you say a month? No, we're going to do several huge, beautiful clearings this month, though, to get you light and to help you to become more discerning with your energy. Again, angels and guides have one mission above and beyond all else. And that one mission is to drop you into your heart. Here's the challenge. If they fully help you embody your heart, but you haven't cleared these cords that are attached to you, you give all of your life force, you give all of your energy away, and you're not of benefit to anyone. So, good example. The angels challenged me to really speak from the heart and my story tonight. So yesterday we're going to get Jessica, we're going to move down here. And we ended up with a minor scare, and the hospital called us and said, come straight to the hospital. And at that point, my in-laws had just gotten to the house because they're going to watch, or at least my mother-in-law is going to watch the kitties. At that moment, I've got Jessica's going to leave. I'm supposed to leave. I've got to get Rue, but I've got my mother-in-law there, and I've got my father-in-law there. And Rue has just said he needs to bed. Stay tuned. Bear with me. I'll be back with this story. I love you guys. So if you can talk amongst yourself for just 30 seconds, I will be right back. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you, Heen or Helene. I believe it's Heen. I will be right back. Love you guys. Hold on. Bedtime, Rue. Woo, bedtime. Excellent. Thank you. So I've got my in-laws staying at our house watching the kitty cats. They come over yesterday, and I'm sensitive, and I'm working to balance their energies. My in-laws who are taking care of the house, how does it get any better than this? Jessica's going, and it becomes easy, very easy to lose where I'm at. You may have experienced this and get ungrounded in the moment because you're watching everyone else's energy. Thank you, Patricia. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much. So, what do we get to do? Particularly at this time, we get to watch. Am I being caught in someone else's energy? Am I trying to buffer anyone else's problem or challenge or anything? As a mystic in training, you have an incredible ability inside of you to harness this sensitivity and really use it as a laser beam for good in your life, for good in everyone else's life. But where we get to start is watching the chords on where you get pulled. And so we get to refine your superpower, refine it a little bit, refine it more, and refine it more still. And a huge shout out to Esther and William. I love you guys so, so much. How does it get any better than this? Thank you, thank you, thank you. How does it get any better than this? What does this mean? Basically, like sharpening Excalibur on a sword on a stone. We get to refine your energy and make it sharper and sharper and sharper still, which means we get to bring you into the heart more and bring you into the heart further and further and further still. That's what we're doing in our School of Mystics. Is this easy? No, it can actually be quite challenging. Is it graduate level work? Absolutely. And it's worth it because it allows you to take the energies that are all around you and focus them. I used to call it to Tai Chi energy, and it's still a great term. What does it mean to Tai Chi energy? It means you get this blast of energy coming at you. Maybe you've seen Kung Fu Panda. This blast of energy coming at you. And you are grounded and centered enough to be able to take the energies that are swirling around and send it safely back out. Key point. Nowhere did I say block the energy. Nowhere did I say repel the energy. This is a time where we get to drop our shields, work with the energy, and direct the energy where we need it. The modern world teaches us block energy, numb energy, drink your way out of energy, do whatever it is to be numb to the energies that are all around you. That's what this world is doing right now, but it's doing it by positive design. A mystic becomes aware that the world is trying to take our energy away, hoover our energy, numb our energy, turn us into zombies going along, rather than wake up. But it's doing it because the mystic, the empath who recognizes her or his superpower, goes, oh, wait, I get it. And when you get it, you're no longer attached to it. What do I mean by that? Good example. I have, don't know, an addictive personality. And so when I find or found there is something that I am addicted to, in other words, something that I like too much, what do I do? Do it more and more. No, no. I recognize it. I lean into it. I go, what is this all about? Why do I want this so much? We all have this with food. And it's so weird, this marketing, like potato chip marketing. You can't eat just one. Well, if you can't eat just one, it's because they put a chemical in there that make you addicted. Watch for that. As an empath, you go, one, good, sensitive, energy. This is really good. Gimme, 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 gimme. But then taken to a next level, the level of the mystic is good. Wow, I really want this. Whew. You suddenly find yourself almost sucked out of your body. I teach you how to do this. And you look at yourself from above yourself and go, self, why do I want this so much? What's really going on? What does this mean? What means that Frito-Lay or somebody might want your money. But what does this really mean? An empath turned into a mystic is now in control of her or his energy, rather than being pulled around by everyone else's. And once you do that, You have incredible power to change not just your world, but the entire world around you. Not just change your world, but the entire world around you. Why? Because everyone in the world today is going, I can't look, I can't look, I can't look. There are times where I actually still go, I can't look. But that's just more because I'm being bombarded in so many directions. And I'll say, let me take one, then I'll take the next, then I'll take the next, then I'll take the next. That's the mystic way of doing things. I'm not trying to do it all at the same time. I'll take one, then I'll take the next, and I'll take the next. We are taught to numb ourselves up or to fight to divert our energy. There's a nice boxing bag downstairs, which I found interesting because Philly is the city of Rocky. And I was thinking about that concept of fighting. We have our meat suit is wired for fight, flight, or freeze. I think we get to add to that. I think that's the new level of humanity. Fight, flight, freeze, or lean in. You mean when something is scaring me enough that I need to go, which is where even wars come from today, is this fear of, I don't know what to do, so I better go on the attack because I'm not willing to look at things. The empath turned into mystic, a true world leader. And that's what you are, whether it's a world leader in your home or a world leader in your community or world leader of world leaders, because this stuff is very contagious in a positive way. A true world leader, that's you. I mean, an empath, a mystic, an angel here on earth, is about being brave, is about leaning in, is about taking all of these crazy energies that are around us and within us. Oh my God, thank you so much, Judy. How does it get any better than this? And thank you so much, Karen. How does it get any better than this? It's about leaning in and being brave. That's what I'm teaching. That's why I want you to come join me Wednesday and come join all of your homies who are in the chat room right now. And if you're here from the School of Mystics and you're liking it, please post in the chat. Let's get some more people, brave people like yourself, leaning in, doing the work, raising your energy, helping others. So, does this mean you're brave? Yes. Does this mean you're special? Yes. In this movie that I watched, again, Awakenings, this woman who was a translator, spoiler of spoiler alerts, she succeeds in doing what she needed to do because she leaned in. I mean, she really leaned in. She was brave. She was brave enough to communicate with I'm trying to avoid using that word alien because that in a sense is racist. Higher dimensional beings, with beings from another world, extraterrestrial. There we go. She was brave enough to communicate with extraterrestrials. She was brave enough to run back in when everybody said no. She was brave enough to risk her life to communicate from the heart. And she ended up learning about nonlinear time and got to experience things before they happened. One in particular that was incredibly harrowing. And she got to see things in a completely different order. And she was brave enough to know the outcome wasn't at all what she desired, but she was still going to lean into it. That's what we get to teach you how to do. That's what every angel here on earth is challenging you to do. To look heartache in the eye, look heartache in the eye, and understand the only way forward is through. If you take one thing away tonight, first off, you've got the superpower. Being an empath, being extra sensitive is the greatest gift in the world. If you take a second thing, it is not to push away that thing that scares your heart the most, but to lean directly into it. I'm sure on some level, I'm scared about Hannah, but I have a very strong feeling that's going to work out great. It's more Jessica and how I can be by Jessica's side more. And I'm saying this real quietly because I know she can probably hear me, and I don't know how to speak that quietly. That's what I've got to challenge myself with. That's what I've got to lean into even more. When you go from an empath to a mystic, you jump out, you look at yourself from above, you begin weeding away everything that doesn't serve you. You get to watch your life from the director's chair. Basically, a director's cut is how you get to live your life. Watching it with that glass and observing everything. What does it mean to lean into? It means to look at the things that scare us the most. It's about going from head in clouds to looking from up on high down into one's life and embracing the superpower of the heart. That means when we want to run, because our hearts are so incredibly sensitive. Here's something about the heart. The heart is an emitter. Actually, the heart is an incredibly sensitive tool, as machine and tool. It's incredibly sensitive. Yes, it's an emitter, and there are all sorts of science experiments that have validated just how big the field is that is emitted by your heart. In fact, Heart Math and the Heart Coherence program, they're looking at how your heart and my heart affect a field around the entire planet. It's an emitter, particularly when we're feeling great, when we're feeling in love. It's emitting all this greatness. You're radiating love. It's also a receiver as well. Not just a receiver of goodness, not just a receiver of love. It's a receiver of everything. Your heart is the world's greatest two-way radio. It's awesome. But nobody until now, nobody's taught you how to use it. Nobody. There are a few select teachers around the globe who can begin to give you some idea of how to become a mystic, which is to learn how to use your radio. If not, and I'm going to plead guilty as charged, if not, you start barfing out energy all over the place. Between you and me, I've gotten so much better. Between you and me, I still have my work to do because this thing is continuously emitting energy all the time. You have a wayward thought, something got out there. You have a wave of emotion, something got out there. Mystic doesn't mean perfect. It means in practice. You're taking the energies, you're taking the fears, and you're learning how to practice with them. That's what I'm teaching. That's what the angels are teaching. It means finally, for once and all. This is what being a modern mystic is. Once and for all, learning how to use your heart and the energies of the heart. Frida Dunn. Oh my God. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much for your kind donation. Energy received, energy sent right back. Mary Fire. Oh my gosh. Energy received. How does it get any better than this? Mary, oh, I'm so honored to be doing this work tonight. I cannot promise I will be here next Monday night. And actually, if Hannah Bear is in surgery next Monday, I can pretty much promise you I will not be here because I have one or two jobs that are most important in the world. Job number one, taking care of the Pookie. And between you and me, Mary, I get to do an even better job. Job number two, watching over Hannah and being there for her with everything I've got. That's job 1 and 2. This is beautiful what I do. I love helping. But that's got to fall to like job 10 or job 100 when those two are involved. And yeah, we haven't even gotten into Rue and the kitties and so forth. So I'm so happy to be here this week, and next week it will be very interesting to see where we're at. So going back into things, it's not easy to lean in, and it hurts. What Jessica and I have been through hurts. And Mary, you did the shadow work. This is leaning in. Mary's been in our School of Mystics. She's doing the shadow work, and it sounds like it's working great. Yay! How does it get any better than this? The shadow work, in many ways, is leaning in to the darkness, to the difficulty, to that which scares us most or is limiting us, and leaning in to come through to the other side. That's what Jessica and I are having to do during this experience as well. Your fear comes up. I know your fear comes up. I'm going to try to wrap this up in a few minutes so we can get to Q&A early. We can get to a meditation early, and I can be by Jessica's side early. We get to bring her a lot more oxytocin this week, the love hormone this week. If baby Hannah wants to come earlier than the Saturday, which is coming up really, really fast. We're talking, 4 days from now. So we get to lean in. Thank you so much, Brenda. How does it get any better than this? Thank you, Brenda. How does it get any better than this? We get to lean in and then recognize. We get some information that's scary. Your baby's not growing as much as is ideal. Okay. However, she's just about made it to full term considering this procedure. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? Your baby will get to be induced earlier than expected. However, her heart is doing even better. Woohoo! There's almost always a however. We tend to look for the buts. We look for we flip it on its head. We see something good and we go, but, and we find something bad. But, there's this wrong. But, be a mystic. See the buts, and I don't mean it that way, but you could see the buts, but then go, however, I see something beautiful here. However, this is truly ripe with possibilities. The sun is always shining on the other side of harrowing. The sun is always shining on the other side of harrowing. Well, right now, if you live in harrowing, I guarantee you that on the other side of the planet is the sun. And your heart grows stronger for it. Stronger for it. Jessica's going through, both of us, but wow, Jessica's going through childbirth in the next few days or this weekend. This is one fierce elder Jessica. And she is going to lean into it with everything she's got. How many people here tonight have been through childbirth? When you've gone through childbirth, you can run mountains, you can lift mountains, you can eat mountains. But then we forget how strong we are. I can't say I'm ever going to go through childbirth. I know this is going to make me stronger. My 2 near-death experiences, all of my titanium parts. If I lean into it, it makes me stronger. You are strong. You are incredible. The true strength doesn't come from blocking out anything in this world. Now, certainly, you can take too many inputs at once and choose to meter which comes in. And truth be told, I get to do an even better job of this, of tuning that dial to which one I want at a time. That's where we all get to play, to go from overwhelmed to over the whelm. You're incredibly strong. You're incredibly capable. The strength comes from leaning into the pain, leaning into the discomfort, leaning into all of it. What do I do to do so? And I've been doing this a lot the last couple of days. I do my best to remember my angels are always by my side. Angels are always by your side. They're always here to hold your hands to step forward. When you want to become strong, when you want to become brave, they are here. They're holding your hand. They're encouraging you to lean forward into the heart, to lean forward into the discomfort. Angels would say, and to find the puppies, the magic, the rainbows, yes, even the babies. How does it get any better than this? Waiting on the other side. Here's what I do. And I've taught this so many times before, but I am doing it right now. Hands on my heart. I merge with the energy of the angels. I merge with the energies. I love running my hand over my heart in this. As you're seeing it, it's up on the right, down on the left, up on the right, down on the left. The left. I merge with the energy of the angels. 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 I imagine that there's this archangel like Michael behind me, and I say, merge with the energy of the angels, and he steps right into me. And he or she, whatever form of angel you call in, can step right into you as well. I merge with the energy of the angels as your energy is all over the place. Because as empaths, we're so sensitive. This is our superpower. Remember, we're the leaders of the leaders of the leaders of the leaders of the leaders. In fact, if you watch most politicians today, they need some more empathy. We send them love. We send them love. We send them love. The new gen. You're the leader of the new gen. You're on the cusp. We can feel this energy. It's palpable. But we call in assistance rather than doing it alone. I merge with the energy of the angels. And then we clear away all the energy that's not ours. Come join us Wednesday. Let's clear all the energy that's not yours. Let's clear it all away. I know Aya has been there in the chat. Give them that coupon code to send them straight to the checkout so you can come and join us on Wednesday. Let's cut anything, anyone, any energy that's holding back or not serving you. So important. Let's cut the energy that's not serving you. That's what we get to do. If I sound like I'm passionate about this, there's a reason for it. If I can get you to lean in and to cut the cords of the energy that's on you, what happens? Your energy goes up, way up. What happens when your energy goes up? The energy of the next person goes up, way up. And we start this wave of transformation across this crazy place. And let's be honest, this place is nuts. Philly traffic is blowing my mind. I thought New York City was bad. I thought New Jersey was bad. I grew up in Boston, well, north of Boston. I thought Boston traffic was bad. I've never seen anything like this. What do I get to do? Send love, even a little wave out the window, not the monodigital response. Even a little wave out the window changes somebody's energy. How does it get any better than this? So I encourage you, come join us Wednesday. Shift from the empath, shift to the mystic. And remember, angels are always by your side with one mission right now. One. What's that mission? To drop you into your heart. So merge with the energy of the angels and face put on the glasses and lean into whatever challenge there is, whatever scares you most, whatever hurts your heart the most. I don't know how Jessica is even going to do this. That girl is so incredibly strong. Our baby girl gets to be born and then gets to have a procedure. What mother wants to face that? This girl is my hero. Talk about a mystic leaning into it. On the other side are the miracles. Truly, you've got that inside of you, and you've got it inside of you in spades. So with that said, let's open it up to some beautiful, beautiful questions here. And thank you, Aya. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Dream Team. And thank you, William and Esther, for looking after the kitty cats. How does it get any better than this? From Heen. Whew. Do I have a favorite breathing exercise to go hand in hand with meditation? Two things that I like the most. Brilliant question, Heen. And thank you for your kind donation earlier. So first off, I am a obligatory nasal breather. What does that mean? As a baby, all babies are obligatory nasal breathers. It means they're required to breathe with their nose in order to drink from a bottle or drink mama's milk. The more, Heen, that we can get back to try that with me. Nice deep breath in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. The more that we can breathe in and out through the nose, the more it triggers a rest, relax, and digest response. The calmer you are, the easier you can think. All your muscles relax, all the tension starts to melt away. So that, Heen, is my favorite breath at any time. Although I guess I'm going to be doing nasal breath in and just total release with Jessica. It's what I'm being taught anyway, as I'm going to assist her as a breath coach through this birthing process. Breathe in and just let it out. In and let it out. Although I may play with some nasal breathing as well. The second to me is, see, as a mystic, we're playing with energy all the time and we start to become more and more aware of it. So literally, I can be sitting here at this chair and I can be playing with energy, even or especially if I'm talking to you. Now, usually I have a stone in my hand and I'm going, I send love. I send love. I send love. And that is circulating energy, and that is a meditation. But in this case, the desk is so small that I'm having a hard time picking my stone up and finding a place to put it back down. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing up energy from my feet, up through my tailbone, up my spine, up the top of my head, and out, connecting up to the heavens, and then right back down in front of me, right back down into the earth. And breathing and bringing it up and circulating and bringing it down and breathing and breaking it up and circulating it. And this connection of heaven and earth both grounds you and energizes you, but not energized like a squirrel on crack. It just makes you feel more alive and plugged in. So brilliant question. And speaking of brilliant questions, going to go on to Lux Green. Question. Some of us are battling very real depression. Lux, from what I can see, more people than ever are battling depression, as I believe a way to pop, to find a way beyond that, to get to the other side. So I just want you to know, you're not alone. The energies, it's not so much that they're heavy. They feel heavy. It's just an overwhelming, and I believe that's a catalyst for positive change. You're caught in the middle of it right now, and so we have to help you to get to the other side. And I was just playing with my service dog Sawa's vest yesterday as I was packing up to move down here. I'm so sorry that you lost your service dog. And now I've got Sawa, my service dog Sawa, totally on my mind, so I get it. Um, you know what we can do, Lux? Here's what I want you to do. Now, obviously, if you go to a carpenter, they're going to recommend a hammer. And my carpentry is connecting to spirit. So I would recommend going and doing, usually I have my book on me. I don't tonight. I would recommend doing automatic writing. And I have a class on automatic writing in 3 short weeks. And automaticwriting.com, it's a whole video-based program where you can get the book or the Kindle or the audiobook, automatic writing. I would recommend learning that. That's my hammer. And speaking to her on the other side. So, and I don't actually know if it's a her, but speaking with your service dog on the other side. With that said, even before you go to automatic writing, you can start speaking to her or speaking to your dog. You can put it out there at night before you go to sleep. Angels, help me hear from my service dog. You can wake up and say, today I want a message from my service dog. Go quiet and listen. But bringing it back to what we're teaching here, I don't want you to push the depression away. Never. This is the journey of a mystic. And this is the journey of an empath. We're so much more sensitive than everybody else. Somebody else can go, oh, you lost your dog 3 months ago? Get over it. Oh, are you serious? That's our life partner. Are you serious? I don't want you getting over it. I want you leaning. Oh, a dog barked on cue. I want you leaning into it. What am I feeling? Hurt, pain. Okay, I'm going to lean into it further. Breathe, put my feet on the ground, breathe into it. What am I feeling? Even more hurt, pain. All right, lean into that and into the next layer and the next layer. Learning from it. Understand. Last point, I know I got to move on here, Lux. Grief is a process. Allow yourself to grieve. Never let anyone tell you you can only grieve for X period or Y period, or there's these different stages of grief and you need to be at blah, 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 or it's only a dog. No, this is a life partner. This is someone you're going to see on the other side who will be there by your side. Sawa hasn't left my side. Get to write to her more often, but she has not left my side. Time is not real. Space is not real. On the other side of the veil, they're always by our side. And guess what? There ain't no veil. It's an illusion, which means your dog is by your side. So I would call in your dog every chance you can and listen. And she just, oh yeah, you did say she. She is not just, she is your angel. She is watching over you, and she wants you to know it. See her by your side and know she is there. So much love, Lux. Then let's write or go to a dream state and really communicate and dive in. DNA. You mentioned to ground your sensitivity, but previously give troubles, worries to angels. Please elaborate. To ground your sensitivity means literally we can do that for breathing exercises. We can do this through awareness exercises. It is a matter of 50% of grounding is a matter, DNA, of becoming more observant of your sensitivity and energies all around you. Now, once you're observant of it, we can Tai Chi them and use them for something. We can give them to the angels and say, you take this. But we become more present. A mystic is someone who is incredibly present with all that is. It doesn't mean if you I'm pulling out of the parking garage nice and slowly. And Jessica yells, watch out. And I almost jumped out of my skin. And I was moving at like half a mile a day. It doesn't mean that you're not still human. Have a pulse, have your nervous system go up, but you can then watch it, bring it back around. Now I can choose, do I discard this energy, or I chose to breathe in for a minute and then talk to Jessica about what was really on her mind. That's where we get to play. That's truly grounding into your awareness. And yes, if that energy is full, I can say, I give it to you. You guys take this. But it became a conscious choice. Ina Kelly. Michael, what's your favorite way to calm the mind other than meditation? Well, a lot of these exercises, I merge with the energy of the angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guide. These are some of my tools in my tool bag, and I have a lot more of them, and I teach them at the School of Mystics as well. However, there is a giant estuary behind here. There is a bathtub of a kayak downstairs. Putting me in the water, on the water, anything to do with water, or getting me out by the trees and nature does it naturally, Ina. Is a term coined by a dear, dear friend, Wallace J. Nichols, keeper of the sea, author of A Blue Mind, who talks about this concept of the blue mind, of the calming power of nature. And it doesn't even have to be the most perfect, whatever that means, nature. I got a nature preserve behind me. I got a highway right off there. You probably heard the cars going by. Can I still ground into nature even with cars, or even into a central park? Absolutely. Find your blue mind space and you will find peace. Karen, brilliant question. Do you think sucking energy is the reason I have been sad this year? If not already said, if Hannah doesn't come naturally, will Jessica be induced or will it be a C section? We're open, Karen. We haven't written this story. We are open and we take in and we listen. So anything is possible. We have our choices. We put it out there. We step back and we surrender. As far as sucking energy this year, they've been sad this year. There is both a sucking energy to 2022 suck, in some ways it does, and there is just such, here's how I'm going to call it. I've got this image, and I always get my planets confused, so please forgive me. Even though I'd call myself a very beginner astrology aficionado. I believe it's Jupiter, has the giant eye on it. That's this swirling hurricane of all hurricanes in the universe. It's got energy that just keeps feeding into it from all directions, and it's swirling around. And that energy creates a sucking force or vacuum at the bottom of it. That's what a hurricane is. So right now, there are so many energies out there. There's the energy of COVID. There's the energy of wars. There's the energies of famine. There's the energies of social fabric being torn apart. There's the, I don't even need to go any further. All of these energies are swirling around, but they're kind of forming this vortex. And this vortex feels like it's pulling all of the energy right out of us. Two choices. Run from the vortex as fast as you can, exhausting, or lean into it, meaning explore it, examine it, understand what's pulling at you. Then grab your big butt ginsu. I was going to say big ass ginsu, big ass sword, or big ass tool, and cut all the cords you can. So important. That's what we're playing with this month in the School of Mystics, because it is hard for any of us to stay fully centered with the amount of strings that are attached to us trying to pull this energy from us left, right, and center. So, Karen, I want you to lean in. I want you to become aware. I want you to cut everything you can. I don't mean cutting friends out of your life. I don't mean anything of that. I mean, come to the School of Mystics or learn a clearing methodology to cut all of the strings, cables, cords, and attachments that you possibly can that are pulling on you to get you light. But I don't want you running and hiding this year, Karen. I want you actually doing the reverse, leaning into it. And send all my love your way. Lisa Joanne DeCarlo. Is past life regression, inner child work, dark night of the soul work, is it essential in being able to make progress in connecting with spirit, higher self, and one's ability to move forward? Lisa Joanne, nothing is essential and everything is awesome. What do I mean by that? We can make progress in our spiritual evolution or growth, whether or not we do anything other than just existing. However, we can move a lot faster in the journey if we're willing to do the shadow work, if we're willing to lean in. Certainly, past life regression work, and angels speak to me in themes, and that has been a huge theme coming this month. And I believe I have another beautiful show this coming Thursday on past life regressions with one of the preeminent past life regressionists of this era. And so I would highly encourage you to see that on Thursday. And past life regression work, incredibly powerful. Necessary? No. Inner child work, incredibly powerful. Necessary? No. I'd play with them with everything that you've got. I would lean into them with everything you've got. Now, notice the key word I just said, play. Past life regressions can be serious, can be hard, can be so challenging, weird, and uncomfortable. It's kind of like having an oscopy of your soul. I mean, this pro going up and saying, "Oh, look what we found." Doesn't necessarily feel good. Can be kind of cool, but wow, can it be clearing and be light bringing? So what's the energy of play that I can bring to all of these things? And certainly for myself, I've been going around more and more, particularly the last few days, but certainly this past month, of taking baby Michael into my arms and going, man, it's okay. It's okay. I know you feel overwhelmed or a little bit spun or believe me, I didn't want to leave our lake home in northern New Jersey and come down here. It's beautiful here. So peaceful. The driving, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Play with this, Lisa Joanne. Suzanne, if there is emotional abuse, should you just expose yourself? No. Suzanne, I'm very protective when it comes to the A word here. I don't care if it's physical, emotional, energetic, anything of it. No, 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 no. Now you can step back from it and look at it and examine it and say, how did I find myself here? Why is this a repeating pattern? What can I learn from this? And how can I assure myself that I will never get into this position again? And you may again at a higher level. I've watched some people that I attracted before into my life that I thought I was done attracting this type of person, realize people are matched to your wounds, reappeared. Sort of like my best man at my wedding, my mentor, Jack Burden, who passed away many years ago now. But he said, I married the same woman 3 times. These people keep coming back and coming back so that you can learn from them at a higher level and separate yourself further. But always get yourself the flip out. I've been in a physically abusive relationship for 6.5 years. And no, I was not the physically abusive individual. Long time ago. Get yourself out and then observe and learn from it. But Suzanne, if I could pull you out of it, I would. If I could then help you lean into the learnings, I would as well. You can do this, Suzanne. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. I know you can. Lots of love. Okay. And I do mean that. Virginia, could we maybe sign up for and just receive alert if there's time when Michael and Jessica would like a mega boost of love, prayer, energy from us? Great question, Virginia. Other than mailing to everyone in Inspire Nation, which I will do, and that might be the easiest way to do that, I'm not sure how. And I don't know, maybe Aya can find what is the best link to get you signed up on our mailing list. I know that I will let everybody know, but let's just do it this way. The easiest way, and it does require a small donation. I guess is that the term for it? If you click the join button down below, eventually I get to get levels on it. Right now, there's just a $10 level. If you click that, I'm going to have daily videos and stuff. And so I can let you know on all of the updates. I'm sorry if I don't have a simpler way yet to do it. I know my team will put out a few things on Instagram and Facebook, but I'm fairly disconnected when I'm in there in the hospital, Virginia. A great question, though. And thank you. Veronica, what does Michael mean to lean in? Do we intend to transmute while breathing and focusing on the heart? Veronica, what I mean to lean in is to look at, to feel into, to understand with the depths of your heart and soul. So, for instance, let's go back to the abusive relationship. We don't repeat the abuse. We don't keep ourselves in the abuse, but we can step back afterwards and go, wow, that really hurt. All right, it's okay. It's okay. That really hurt. It's okay. Why did it hurt? Well, because this person was treating me like crap. Why was this person in my life? I don't know. All I know is there's a hole in my heart. Where did this hole come from? Well, actually, it came from my mother or my father or this situation that took place. What can we learn from that? And you just start pulling on the strings. Now, in our School of Mystics, I'll teach you all these ways of literally going above the clouds, looking down on your life, traveling on a magic carpet, so many different techniques. But at the end of the day, it is using a looking glass. It is using a giant telescope and looking in on your life while feeling into it. Not to repeat things. If you are abused, I don't need you to observe the abuse. Observe the pattern. Observe how you felt. Observe the reason you are there. And more importantly, observe what you can learn from it. There are two, last note on this. We seem to be playing with this abuse thing a little bit tonight, and thank you so much. Thank you so much to Suzanne for sharing. There are two types of abusers. There's the person that abuses us, and then there's the abuse that is perpetuated again and again by our mind. We get to let go of both of those, which means we no longer need to abuse ourselves, but we can say, what was the wound? What was the hole? What was the need my heart had to go through this experience one more time so that I can learn and heal and grow? And how much love, this is the transmuting part, Veronica, how much love can I bring to myself while going through it, which is where it really helps to call in angels, call in guides, call in assistance, because oftentimes we get stuck, we go down in there, but we don't really have the energy to pull us through to the other side. So call in help. And certainly focusing on the heart, massaging the heart. This makes the energy coming off of the heart 10 times, 100 times bigger, we're learning. Backed by science. It's heart coherence at its finest and helps you get through to the other side. Karen, and a Mystic Circle member. Michael. Oh, if you see anybody who's put a question here and has a Rising Phoenix, our logo, by their name, it means they're a Mystic Circle member. And the different colors designate how long they've been a Mystic Circle member. Karen, when I go somewhere lately, sometimes things do not look familiar and I have to refocus, then I recognize it. What's going on? All right, I'm experiencing this too, Karen. You are falling out of your body. I am falling out of my body too. I believe what's going on is we are being attuned to a higher frequency, to a higher level. And so nothing looks the same. So that's part A. That's what I see going on. Second, Karen or Corinne, there is so much energy going on around us, then it is a little bit hard to stay focused. And I don't mean necessarily the focus of squirrel. I don't mean that kind of focus, though it can be. Welcome, Julie, to the Mystic Circle. What I mean is it feels like we're being pulled off center right now. Refocus, ground, breathe in, and recognize this energy is only here to serve me. Call on help if you need to, Corinne. Angels, guides, please help me ground into this experience. But ideally, Corinne, can we take just 5 minutes? You can do that in meditation. You can do it in bed at night to just be with wherever you're at this higher vibrational frequency. Higher sometimes means swirly, means disorienting. And I get it when you're going, I've been here a dozen times and I don't recognize where in the heck I am. But it can also be something you can focus and power you up to a state change. That's actually the way of the mystic. That's the way of humanity. We're going from this lower vibration electron and bouncing up to a higher state. Mary, do vortexes hold their own type of energies, or is energy just energy? Energy is just energy, and every energy has a different frequency, Mary. How is that for avoidance? No. Everything is energy. Your energy, I'm energy. Your name is energy. This microphone is energy. Everything is energy. But there are different frequencies to it. And so one vortex can have a different energy than another vortex. The land of vortexes has a different energy than someplace that's not. For instance, we lived on Maui. Tremendous vortex energy as the second youngest island in the Hawaii chain. Although that energy was nothing compared to the energy of the big island, which was big energy. So all of these vortexes have different frequencies and different amplitudes to them. Some of them, Mary, will feel very good. I want more of it. Bathe yourself in it as much as you want. Some of them you will feel full and need to get away. For us, that was Maui, which we lived on. That was Taos, which we lived in. That was Sedona, which was good to soak it in, but then got to go. So find what vortexes resonate with you, or what vortexes resonate with you for now. Fill yourself up, then let them go. Nadia, and we have time for just a couple more questions, and then we're going to open it, then we're going to dive into a meditation. Nadia, can we oh gosh, yes, Nadia. Can we manifest a beautiful world as a collective? I believe that we are. I believe that we already are manifesting a beautiful world. It doesn't look like it right now because I haven't been to a birth. I think it's going to be beautiful, but I also think birth is I want to be careful with my word choice, has an element to it of order, or it almost seems like everything has to fall apart to come together at a higher level. Every one of the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle need to be taken apart to come back together for a even more beautiful and intricate, um, going from a 3-dimensional to 5-dimensional puzzle. That's where I believe where we are, Nadia. And so on one level, it looks really chaotic right now. On another level, I truly believe we are working on ascending to that higher level, hopefully sooner than later. But I don't pretend to know if it's a few year process, a few generation process. I do know that we chose to incarnate now because this is where the party's going on. And this party is raucous. It's a matter of how much can I ground into the energy of it. Let's see. Um, I'm going to go there, DNA, and then we'll take one last question, I believe. Um, how do I be open with so many negativities running to us? Recognize them and clear them is the best thing that you can do. Don't wall yourself off, DNA. We need you open. Now, with that said, here's where I differ from some. I do believe is a strange term. Uh, there's a power to me in ayahuasca and different healing modalities and medicines guiding us. I do also believe, though, that there are substances that leave us open to too many things attaching to ourselves. So I do not believe in going through this existence right now outside of your field, which means too much. And this is not a lecture. I love you. Whatever you do, perfect. Too much getting high, too much drinking and being out of your body, too much of any substance where you are not here at this time, I believe leads you open to be have energy sucked out here and energy sucked out there because you're not able to stay aware of your energy. Putting yourself in crazy parties and really weird environments does this too. Always watch your energy at this time, always clear. It's again why I'm coming back to the clearing I'm doing on Wednesday. I feel like I can just go through rush hour traffic in Philly here. And oh my God, the energy is you've got people honking and screaming and doing God knows what, that actually throws out little tethers and little strings that are then siphoning off energy. And then there's family and friends and well-meaning and not so well-meaning, or well-intentioned and not so well-intentioned individuals in our lives doing the same thing, and we get to clear them. But the way of the mystic is not to lock down. Please do not lock down. Clear, be aware, stay open. Any books that I'd recommend for past life regression? Yes, brilliant one. Her name is escaping me at this particular moment, even though I just interviewed her last week. This is how much has been going on. So let me Google, and I'm sure Aya is going to go, Michael, it's Past Lives, Present Miracles. And she just did a beautiful program with Colette Baron-Reed. It is Denise Lynn. Yes. And Denise Lynn will be on Thursday's show. Past Lives, Present Miracles is a great, great, great place to start. That was real short. So let's go one last one. Amy and Luke Nash. Hi, Amy and Luke. How do you deal with a spouse who doesn't believe in any spiritual stuff, but just structured religion? Like, for example, when I hear my mom's voice, he says I have a mental illness like my mom. In general, everybody's vibrating on they're going to their own groove. Yeah, they're going to their own groove. If they're a spouse, we get to choose, and I would not take this decision lightly. I would choose very slowly. If they really are on such a divergent path that you can't continue the path with them? Or could they simply be your greatest teacher? Only you can say that. But I habitually, when I've done coaching work, and I still do a very limited amount of coaching, and our calendar was so full, I didn't even have one-on-one sessions recently. I think it may have opened a little bit if somebody is very serious about coaching. You could, excuse me, you could text Aya and she could let you know about that. But with that said, I always encourage people to move incredibly slowly in relationships, because historically, the person we invited in, if they're not abusive, is there to teach us our greatest lessons. And if we leave that partner, the next one will be in that same place to teach us those lessons. Now, there may come a point at which the relationship no longer serves you. I had grown so much in that abusive relationship that it had to blow up. I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. I just kept doing the work on me, and doing the work on me blew stuff up. Love, kindness, compassion to where anybody is at on the journey, but you don't have to do the tango with them. With that said, let's go into a meditation here, and we're going to wrap things up just a little bit early tonight so I can be by my beloved side and give her the rest and love and support she needs, because this is a huge, 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 huge week for us. And then do come join us on Wednesday. I can't wait to do clearing work with you. I can't wait to help really to set you free, to take you over that hump from the empath to the mystic. It's a journey, and we're going to go on it together and have a lot of fun. So with that said, I'm going to take a sip of water, and we are going to dive in and play. And thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? I'm just outside of a huge city. I can't even see stars because the sky is so bright. But I got to tell you, there is peace everywhere if you seek it. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Let's start right here. Put your feet on the floor if you can. Stomp them about a little bit. Not quite the hokey pokey. Stomp your feet on the ground. Put your butt into that chair. Wiggle it around. Get nice and comfortable. What we're doing is grounding a little bit. Put your hands on your thighs. Massage your thighs up and down. So you got your feet going, your butt going. Massaging your hands. And then just nice deep breath in. And just let it all out. One more time. Now breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through that nose. One more time, super deep breath in. Feel the air going down to the belly and out through the nose. Now, several people earlier tonight talked about swirling energy, and people like Mary mentioned vortexes. I think it's time we played in our own little vortex tonight. So what I'd like you to do is imagine that we are all here in a giant circle together. We're going to get this circle cranking. Reach out your hand and hold it to the person to the right. Reach out your other hand, hold it to the person on your left. We're forming a giant circle. And now let's call in our angels or guides. I imagine I'm calling in my angels, and feel your angels' wings as they're pressed up against your back. Maybe you feel chills, a little buzzing or tingling. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. And you're feeling like you're in such a powerful circle. Now what I'd like us all to do is imagine that we start moving to the right in this circle. We go to the right. You can picture yourself like at a clock. You're up at 12 o'clock. You're down to 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And you're in this giant spinning circle. I've got my torso actually leaning forward, then back to 9, down to 6, and over to 3. And you feel yourself spinning around and around and around. But what I'd like you to do here, as you're spinning, as you imagine that there's this giant vortex of energy around you, it's like you're in the inner rings of a tornado right now, of a super tornado, the highest category of tornadoes out there. So you go from leaning in all these directions to being more and more upright, with your feet firmly pressed on the ground. Can you see a circle of energy going around you? But feel yourself centered in the middle of it. I call in my angels. Please repeat after me. I call in my guides. I merge with the energy of the angels. I am centered. I am grounded. And as the whole world may spin around me, thank you for helping me to be the calm eye at the center of the storm. The calm eye that remains grounded. The calm eye that remains centered. And the calm eye, note that word, eye, that can see the energy all around and detach from the energy all around. I merge with the energy of the angels. Angels, please cut these cables, strings, cords, and attachments of swirling energy all around me. Angels, please keep me grounded. Angels, help me to see clearly. And angels, please help me to rise above the fray so I can see what I get to do in my life and the lives of those around me for my highest and grounded goodness and the highest and grounded goodness of all. You can put your hands on your chest. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? So please do come join us Wednesday. I'll put that link down, I'm sure, one more time. I can't wait to see you there to help you become the mystic you are always meant to be. Do lean into all of this. Don't take the abuse. Step outside, learn, ground with the angels, and play. Truly, how does it get any better than this? I will keep everybody posted in the Mystic Circle. I'll do my best to keep everybody posted every which way, shape, and form I can. My guess is I won't be able to do this next Monday. Maybe I can do this next Wednesday instead. I have no idea. I will do everything I can to help you with everything I've got, but at the same time, priority number one, pookie, 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 pookie. Priority number two, which is really also priority number one, hana, 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 hana. And priority number three, which is also priority number one, is Rue, who is such a brave trooper being down here with us, going through this with us. So I have got to take care of family during this time. And thank you for supporting me on this. If there's a prayer for you to put out, I would put out a prayer for Hana's highest good and the highest good of all. For Hana to come through at just the right, best time for Hana. We call her Hana Bear. So you could do that right now. You could join me in a prayer if you'd like. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Sandalphon, the guardian angel of unborn children. Please help Hana Bear to be born at just the right time for her highest good and the highest good of all, or something even better. And thank you for the cheering geese that are cheering us on during this time. Can you hear that? I love it. They were quiet the whole time until we got into this prayer. How does it get any better than this? Truly awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, I'm going to go get to Jessica right now. Come join us tomorrow night. We have an amazing, amazing show Thursday. And we've got past life regression this week. We've got so much goodness. My brain is goosed out, I guess. But do come join us for our School of Mystics on Wednesday. Love you guys so much. Have a beautiful evening ahead. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Anne. Thank you to all members of the Dream Team. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. And thank you for being you. I love you. Good night, everybody. Woohoo! Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a baby. The next time we speak, I will have a baby. How does it get any better than this? Love you guys.